Mayor, through you, I'd like to call up the chairman of New Britain Pride, John Board, to give a brief synopsis of why this month is so important to the LGBTQ community.
Mr. Board.
Alderman Smedley, thank you. Thank you, Alderman Smedley. Members of the Common Council, tonight you are taking up and voting on Resolution 5, the second annual Pride resolution for the City of New Britain. The resolution tonight not only officially recognizes June as Pride Month, but it also speaks to the impetus of Pride in regards to the Stonewall riots and honors the legacy going back 50 years this month. I just want to take a brief moment and outline the origins of the LGBT movement here in America and why claims regarding Pride events being about sexual orientation are not explicitly about that. Pride is about a hell of a lot more than an individual's sexuality. Pride is about standing up for one's identity in times of trouble. Most members of the community accept the notion that the modern Pride movement started with the Stonewall riots, which were a spontaneous demonstration against police raids that happened on that day. The struggle of our community is not shoving one's sexuality in people's faces, but it's about one of survival and organizing, standing up for ourselves in times of persecution and being open and honest with one another. That's our history. Standing up for one another. That is our legacy. I can go on and talk about the state of pride here in the city. Over the last few years, our MEI score, our Municipality Equality Index score from the HRC, has gone up from 62 to 83 over the last 4 years. And hopefully, working with Mr. Hargreaves as well as members of this council, we'll be able to increase our score even more. Under the leadership of Chief Woodwell and now Chief Shue, we have an LGBTQ police liaison, and we're working with our fire chief to try to get one as well. We've come in contact with members of our educational institutions here in the city, both at CCSU and at New Britain High School, thanks to Superintendent Nancy Serra. We've gotten on the map at the Capitol advocating for various legislation such as expansion of PrEP, to testifying in favor of outlawing the Gay Panic Defense, and we stood in favor of establishing an LGBTQ human services network. With your indulgence, Your Honor, we raised the Gay Pride flag this week, the first time here in the city, and hopefully not the last. Finally tonight, I want to announce a new aspect of our future, a new initiative entitled Faith Plus Pride. We, as a city, have a deep and rich history with the faith-based community, and we want to get the dialogue going. In the coming months, New Britain Pride will be reaching out to members of our faith-based community to start this conversation. This conversation will not be easy, by no means at all, but it's important that a discussion like this takes place. It is my hope that when we leave conversations like this, that we find that we have more in common and more that unites us than and that we have more that we can come to an understanding and respect for each other. In closing, with tonight's resolution, you will reaffirm the city's commitment to the LGBTQ community and will continue to foster a sense of support. You'll be showing to the entire city that you understand the history of the LGBT movement and that you'll be endorsing the vision and the unofficial motto of our city, love wins. Thank you, Aldermen, Alderwomen, for your support, for taking time to endorse this resolution. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Board.